Happy Friday.
Hey, everybody. It
I'm
is
excited that
Friday,
it's
right?
Friday.
I'm in a weird location,
You
but
are?
that's
Well, I
okay.
am too because I don't have my
Yeah,
bookcase or my rulers. I'm actually in a different room.
there you
And I do
go.
apologize if there's background noise because my husband's getting ready for work. And I am in the dining room. That's my
There
studio
you
right now.
go.
We're in the process of moving. So it's a little crazy.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Coding with Sam. This is Sam with me there. Sam is our sales and marketing manager and not from a coding background. So we started this series to help you customize your membership site and get comfortable using the code recipes we publish on our blog. Sam picks those recipes, posts them to our Slack group. So I'll drop a link if you're not in our community. You can join any member that is a free membership on our site can be a part of that Slack community. So what are we coding today, Sam?
If you want to go ahead and share my screen.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about group accounts add-on today and how you can require the child code to complete the checkout for a group account relationship. Before we actually dive into the code, I do need to set up the membership levels on my site because I do not have membership levels in the group relationship setup. So the way you set up the levels kind of seems a little backwards, where you want to create the child account first, and then you want to create the parent. So I'll actually just go ahead and create a new group. I'll call the group of levels. And then I will add a level. When you're setting up the child account, I clicked free for the template because the pricing information on a child account does not matter. The parent is going to end up paying for the child. So you can literally put anything in there and it will override when we get the parent set up. So I'm just going to name this child. That way we don't get confused. And like I said, I'm not going to fill out any of the information. And then on the group account settings, we don't want to do anything on this level, but when we create the parent account, we're going to add the child account in this settings box. Kim's nodding her head, so I'm getting it right. I wrote the documentation, I should.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so then we're going to add another level, and this is where the parent is going to pay. So we'll say it's an annual, and we want the billing information set up for the parent. So in the billing details, we'll say they initially pay $100, and it's $100 per year. And then in the group account settings, we're going to select our child level. And now we get even more settings. So we can do two different types of groups. We can do a fixed number of allowed seats, or we can do a variable where we can set a minimum seat and a maximum number of seats that the parent can choose at checkout, and the price varies based on how many seats are selected. For this, I'll do fixed, and I'll say they get 5 seats total in their group. And for the pricing model, group pricing is built into this membership level. So that's going to be that $100 a month is what gets them that 5 seats. Or we can say it's per seat. And then, so that would add on top of the $100. So if I was to say it's an additional $10 per seat, it could end up being $150 total for this parent. But we'll just go ahead and say none. That way it's just $100, kind of keep it simple today.
There's a longer tutorial about using group accounts on the add-on documentation page. Sam's going to go over it fairly quickly here, so we're not going too deep on all those settings, but I'll put a link to that add-on so that you can look at that video if you're like, what are we even talking about here? That'll give you a deep dive on those settings.
Yes, there is a lot of settings and there's a lot that you can do with group accounts. So our documentation is quite lengthy on it, but that's the very quick rundown of how you want your parent-child levels set up. So now that we have the parent-child levels set up, we can go ahead and apply our code, because it would be a lot of signing in and out to show you the default behavior. By default, Anybody with that checkout link for that child level could sign up right now. It's not required to have a code. This code recipe is going to say it will not allow you to check out. It'll render an error if you don't have a child code.
I've seen sites set this up where the child account can be purchased individually. And that would be, you would want to set a price on that if it was actually, something you wanted people to have to charge for. I've seen people set it up where it's free and people can register for it themselves. Or the parent account is really just like a referral system or to show kind of a multiple levels of relationship there. So there's multiple ways that that can be used. But if you didn't use this code recipe, you could make that child level paid and people could register for it on their own and pay, or they could register for it with a group account and have that become essentially free. That once the group code was used, that child level would wipe out the pricing and it would allow registration because the group code is overriding. So yeah, go ahead. All these caveats today.
There are. So I went ahead and I clicked the copy button to copy the code recipe, and I'm going to go into Code Snippets by Code Snippets Pro. Oh, we're just going to trash this old one. I did not clean up my site after the last Coding with Sam. I need to do better on that. Okay, so this is going to be require group code at checkout for child. And I say it every time, all of this brown text is just great breadcrumb information to where you know what it's doing, where to go to find more information about it, and all that fun stuff. And then let's see what this says about customizing this recipe. So we can update the error message on line 25. We also need to change the level ID on line 22 to match my site levels ID. I'm assuming the level ID on line 22 needs to be the child level. Let's go back to my settings, open it in a new tab so we don't lose what we're doing. My child level ID is 12. It's that first column when we're on our levels page. So let's see, line 22. The array is here though, required level. So it actually needs to be line 21. That should be 12. And then the message actually starts on line 24. So we need to update our blog post. And I'll just go ahead and leave that the way it is. You must use a valid group code to register for this level. So that's just going to be the warning that pops up if you are trying to check out for this level and do not have a valid group code. So we will go ahead and save and activate. Okay. So that's set. Now, in order to actually demo this, I need to assign somebody a parent level in order for me to get a group code to actually use at checkout. So we will assign Gabriella Parker a parent level.
Makes me smile every time.
I know.
Because one of our team members, partners, is named Gabriella or Gabrielle. So yeah.
Okay.
It's so funny that generated.
She's going to hold a parent level, and I'm not going to check anything else. Add a membership. So now group account, they don't have any children to their account. Let's see. I guess I need to go as switch to Gabriella to actually get that code, don't I?
Yeah, you didn't set up the group page. Oh, you did set up the group page. Okay, never mind. You're good.
Oh, that is a step. Yes. Okay. So I do have a group code now, and then it also gives me a direct checkout link. It gives the parent a direct checkout link to send to the potential children. So what I will do is I will open this in a new tab, and it automatically applies the group code because it's in that URL. But we'll just go to, I removed that from the URL. I don't think you can, you can see my URL bar. Okay. So now it's asking for a group code. If I switch back to Sam.
You must have Toolkit on this site for the generate user info.
I have something on this site. I don't know what. Okay. So I do not have a group code in here, and I'm going to try to just submit and confirm and see what it does. And I get an error. But if I grab this group code ID from the URL and I apply the code, I've selected the child level, I have the group code, and I submit and confirm, I am now a child of Gabriella Parker.
Perfect.
There's my membership level.
That was a small amount of coding tweaking, not an insane amount.
I think I could have updated the message, but
a good thing to do would probably be also that child level to add in the description of the level that a group code is required. The check in Sam's code is a registration check, so it happens after the checkout page is submitted. But just to hopefully people wouldn't fill that whole page out and then submit, and then it would fail for them. So it's a good idea, I think, to put in the levels description as well for your child level. Hey, if you didn't enter a group code, one's going to be required. Contact us or something like that. Just as an early exit for people, I guess, to say group code required. Yeah, that's up to everyone. I mean, it's maybe your child level isn't even shown publicly anywhere. It would be like really hard to discover. People would have to know the ID of it to get to that checkout page, but just one more loop to close to create a good member experience. Yeah.
Just to show where it sits.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so that was kind of quick and simple. We will update the specific lines of code that are listed here to actually match. And I will also make sure that we update this to specify that it should be the child membership level ID that is required.
It might be the right line. Scroll up to your code. It just might be when you paste it into the other editor. Yeah, it's just what
right.
your code snippets doesn't have that PHP tag. Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it like automatically sets that PHP tag, so that's not the first line of code.
Yeah.
But it still can be confusing. So just watch what you're doing.
Super cool. All right. Now that was when we give you some housekeeping and tell you what's going on in the future of this channel.
In the future. We will be back on Thursday, January 29th for an open office hours with Andrew Lima. We're going to be talking about Paid Memberships Pro in your language. So everything translation specific to either you need your site fully translated or like dual language as well, maybe. We do have a new way of how you can contribute to languages, so that's also really helpful. If you're not liking how something is translated or it's translated incorrectly, you can contribute that information to the code so everybody is benefited from that.
I'll put a link in our chat just to the Slack community, because we do have a translate channel there. You can get in touch with us if you are confused about contributing translations, or if you are already involved in translating Paid Memberships Pro and want to be upgraded to an editor of translations for your locale. So I'll just put that link.
Perfect. And that actually is the last event that we have in January. And it's crazy that this January has flown by for me. I don't know what happened. Normally January is like, are we done yet? It's been 8 years. Yeah. But in February, we have a little bit of a lighter schedule because Christy and I will be going to the New Media Summit at the end of the month. But we will have an exclusive community co-working Tuesday, February 3rd at 3:30 p.m. And the next Coding with Sam will be February 6th at 9 a.m. But you will actually be coding with Christy again. So she's going to make a guest star appearance on the 6th because I will be out.
Very cool. Yeah. So if you go to our website /live, you can see that calendar event. You can see what's upcoming, all of our events. A person in chat asked about the translation event coming up next Thursday. will this language stuff be able to translate the WordPress site and voice flow chatbot? We're focused on translating plugin generated text in Paid Memberships Pro. So we'll show you how to change the language of your WordPress site and any plugin generated text in Paid Memberships Pro, like what Sam was showing you there on the checkout page. It has a heading called membership level. We'll show you how to translate that into your language or change that plugin generated text for your site, but it won't be for the entire WordPress site or a chatbot. It'll be exclusive to the PMPro stuff.
And our
But I think some of the same techniques we show will be applicable to your whole WordPress site. Yeah. Nice.
Awesome. That's all I
Well,
got.
if you are somewhere in the US getting this big dump of snow this weekend, good luck to you. Jason's on a trip to sunny Puerto Rico, and I'm here in Pennsylvania expecting 2 feet of snow. So we'll see what happens. I hope you all survive the weekend well and get uncovered from all this snow come Monday. We'll see you back here, I guess, next Thursday. It'll be you and Andrew, right?
Me and Andrew, yep.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
I hope you got some value out of what you just watched. If you're serious about building a profitable membership site, the fastest way to launch or scale is with a premium plan at paidmembershipspro.com. We've made it as affordable as possible to get started, and most people who upgrade stick with us for years. Why? Because they're making money, and we keep delivering expert support, premium add-ons, and a private community of over 1,000 creators building businesses just like yours. Click the link to compare plans or keep learning. We'll see you in the next video.